On dear students, myself Mukunda Borah, teacher social science from NBS. Today I am going to discuss Ncert class 7 geography chapter 1 environment. So now generally whenever we are going to ask what is an environment, so we can say that environment is our surrounding. So everything that is in our surrounding is our environment. So whatever the things we have been seen around us, we can call it as our environment. Your classroom, the buildings, your neighborhood, everything is comes under the environment. So another important definition that you have to know about the environment, that the environment is our basic life support system. It provides the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the land where we live. So everything we get from the environment. And because of the environment only, it supports our life. So only because of environment we are survive. So the components of the environment are of three types: natural environment, man-made environment, and human environment. So in the next slides, we are going to see the different things that are included under the different components of environment. So let us see first the natural environment. Natural environment includes lithosphere, the land, the hydrosphere, water, atmosphere, the air, biosphere, the life. The next is the man-made environment. The man-made environment includes the things that are in the environment which are made by the human beings. This includes such as buildings, roads, bridges, vehicles, parks, computer. So many things that has been made by the human being that has been found in environment are called as man-made environment. Next is the human environment. Human environment includes individual, family, community, nation, and society. So now let's take what is natural environment. Everything around us that is natural and not made by human is part of natural environment. So natural environment that are not made by human being, they are naturally growing and they are the part of natural environment. So what are that? Land, water, air, plants and animal, that comprises the part of natural environment. So this is an image of the natural environment. The earth has lots of natural environment and all the natural environments are very beautiful. They are beyond imagination how the beautiful is. Okay, so next we are going to see the next slide. These are the different that is the part of the natural environment. So natural environment generally comprises of the two part, that is abiotic part and biotic part. So what is biotic? So the world of living organisms, that is plants and animals, and the abiotic part that includes the non-living animal elements such as land, water, air, etc. So this, with the help of this image, you can know the difference between living things and the non-living thing. So living things means the biotic environment or the biotic part of the environment, natural environment, and the non-living things are the part of the abiotic. Okay, plants, animals, this all these fungus, even bacteria, small microorganisms, all are comes under the living things. Okay, the non-living things, that is water, land, minerals, light, all these are comes under the non-living things. Next, let us see about the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? The solid top layer of the earth crust is known as lithosphere. So the top layer of our earth crust is called as lithosphere. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered by a thin layer of soil. So in the top layer of the lithosphere, we used to get the soil. So soil is the tiny grain substances that has been covered the surface of the earth. Okay, at the topmost layer you will be find the soil. So lithosphere comprises of land such as mountains, plateaus and plain. It is important for human being as it provides land for human settlement, support the forest cover, contains the rich soil for growing crops, provides mineral for various human activities. Okay, this is the image of lithosphere. So in the top of the earth crust, we are having the lithosphere. Next is the hydrosphere. The domains of water is referred to as hydrosphere. It comprises various sources of water and the different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, oceans, seas, etc. It is essential for all living organisms. So hydrosphere means the water bodies, and as you know, all the living organisms of the world, they need the water. So hydrosphere is essential for all the living organisms. So this is the image of an hydrosphere. So water of the earth comes under the hydrosphere. Next is the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. It consists of number of gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, like the different gases that you know it. Then dust particles and the water vapor. It protects us from the harmful solar radiations also. The atmosphere is very important because it protects us from harmful solar radiation such as infrared rays. Okay, so these are the important solar radiation that are harmful to us. So the atmosphere protect us from that. So the changes in the atmospheric condition produce changes in the weather and climate. So there are so many elements of atmospheres are there, and if there is a change in the atmosphere, then there will be change in weather and climate. So this is the image of the atmosphere. So already you have been got the different layers of atmosphere in class 6, such as troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. We are going to get more details about the atmosphere in the year chapter. Then next is the biosphere. The plants and animal kingdom together makes biosphere or the living world. It is the narrow zone of the earth where land, water and air interact with each other to support life. It includes all the microorganisms, plants, birds and humans and all other animals. This is the zone that makes Earth a unique planet because of the existence of life. So you know that our Earth is the unique planet in the solar system because only the planet in the solar system where the life is found is our Earth. And it is possible because of land, water and air. So this is the images of the biosphere that you know it is the narrow zone of contact between, and that is the atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Okay, so all the living beings or the living things, they need the interactions of all the three major domains, that is atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Then only we will be find life on the earth. The next is the ecosystem. It is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and the chemical factors of the environment in which they live, all linked by the transfer of energy and material. All plants and animals and human beings depend on each other, and their immediate surroundings from an ecosystem. So there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountain, lake, river, ocean, and even a small pond. So the ecosystem is very important because all the living organisms, they interact with each other, and also they need their physical environment. Then only we can survive. So this ecological balance, then you may be good about the food chain, food web, everything that are comes under the ecosystem. And all the animals, they are depend on each other. The we human beings also depend on the other things in the environment. So these interactions generally known as the ecosystem. So this is the image of the ecosystem. So all the living things depends on the non-living things. Okay, so these interactions makes the ecosystem. So you may be going to get about the food chain and food web in the science. Okay, how the food chains is linked from one level to another. Okay, from producer to consumer, then the consumer to another decomposers, like that. All that are linked from one to another. Okay, the next is the human environment. Human environment consists of human beings themselves as an individual, a family, community, and the whole society that interact in the form of social, political, religious group and affect each other's life. So the population or the people are comes under the human environment. First individual, we as a single man, okay, men and women are the individuals, our family, then our society, our community. Okay, so all this social group, then political group, religious group. So these are all parts of the human environment. So in the human environment, our family, we have our family. In our family, we have who are there in our family? Our father, then mother, okay, then our siblings, okay, all our brothers and sisters are there. And in our human society, the family is the cornerstone. Okay. Then the next is the man-made environment. Man-made environment relates to the elements made by human beings for their activities and survival. And human beings, they modify the natural environment suit their needs by the man-made things. This includes roads, bridges, buildings, vehicles, factories, farms, mines, etc. And that because of the need of the people, because of their needs of the people, they change our natural environment, and they mix pollution to our environment, and that affects to our environment. And because of the modification of the environment, we have air pollution, water pollution, lots of problems coming nowadays, and problems are coming. So we have to take care of our environment. So these are the man-made things. So many things that has been made by thing. High buildings, then long bridges, okay, factories, from factories pollutions, okay, then river pollution. So lots of things that has been made by men, no doubt, but it has also some threat to our environment also. So now almost we are coming to the end of this chapter. So just I want to recalling you about our environment is that it is the combination of the non-living components and the living component, that we can say that living, and that is living components and the non-living components. So it is the combination of the physical environment and the biological environment. So physical environment includes the atmosphere, then lithosphere, hydrosphere, and biological environment includes all the living components. So that is our environment. So now let us take some questions as an homework. So try to note down these questions as an homework. So what is an ecosystem. When is the World Environment Day celebrated? What is the butter system? What is biosphere? Man modifies his environment, give reasons. What are the major components of the environment? Now we are coming to the end of the chapter. So before ending of the chapter, I am going to say you one thing, that keep your environment clean, safe and healthy.